Hello and welcome to the Cowboy4Game Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast Banlist Special. Yes, it is Banlist time. Ben has still not seen the Banlist, so this will be a chat about it and a reaction all in one. But before we get to all that, how was our week in Yu-Gi-Oh, Ben?
My week in Yu-Gi-Oh! I once again played level 1 deck, Flippy...
Mimigul.
Yeah, Mimigul. It went really well again. Like, I still can't knock the deck. I'm really excited for the new support. Like, I almost went X1. I lost my last round. Turns out when you get hand looped, it's also pretty bad. But overall, really enjoying the deck. Really excited for the new support. But yeah, I can't complain. I can't complain at all. How was your week?
My week was all right. Still enjoying Fiendsmith Unchained. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out moving forward.
Don't spoil anything for me.
I'm not. But yeah, I think Tuesday I went X2 because I just had some like god-awful matchups.
Okay.
But yeah, keen to also put together Fiendsmith Lightsworn moving forward as well.
That is what I'm playing today.
Oh,
We're recording this pre-locals. This will be going up a day early, so enjoy the day early podcast, Banlist special day early podcast. You won't be getting a regular podcast tomorrow. We're just going to do the whole thing here.
Yeah, there's really not enough news to fill out another podcast on top of this, so...
Also just the two of us. No one else wanted to talk about the ban list because it must be that abysmally bad.
We'll find out shortly. And then quickly on Master Duel, yeah, still playing Hawkist, but shifting over to a new strategy purely for the sake of the Master Duel proficiency test, because I activated the 100 spells necessary to move to level 16. And now I have to win, I think it's only 5 duels, but I have to win them with 2,000 or less life points.
Oh, that's going to be a pain in the ass. Does it count AI matches?
I don't think so. No, it's only ranked and like the ones you're actually versing a person. So what I'm playing is Paleo tier.
I get you.
Just do transaction rollback and shenanigans.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. I didn't want to play Dynamorphia.
That's not going to get you the wins.
Exactly,
You
yeah.
have to
I get
win
to
the match.
2,000 life points, but then, I lost again. Okay, so let's get started. Well, actually, before we get into the actual ban list, I want to talk a little bit about the preamble.
Yes,
the
week
communications that have been the absolute fumble.
I was dead prepared for there to have not been a podcast, a ban list actually drop, and I was like, we're just going to be talking about the week of, I guess, interlude.
Yeah.
That was the horse vomit that was this week.
Oh, God. I don't want to ever see that horse again. So,
I do really appreciate the photoshops.
yeah, look, like some people were very creative.
Yeah.
Like the Nightmare Unicorn one, I thought was great. So, as we all know, the ban list was set... like, they didn't really have us a date. They gave us late August. So, like a normal person, I had a date range expected from about the 18th to maybe the 24th, 25th.
Yeah.
That's late August to me. Konami went past that date with still no news. And then in their Shadow Duelist thing, which I guess we can cover a little bit too.
Super confusing.
Yeah, I didn't even, remember there being an announcement for a stream. It just kind of happened.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was Zayn Malik.
When he took the helmet off, I was like, I have no idea who this is.
Yeah, you had to be told.
I had to be told.
I was pretty sure I knew who it was, but he grew out such an enormous beard, I didn't recognize it.
Yeah. He then outed himself to all of his fans as a huge nerd.
That's fine.
You nerd.
I feel like a lot of well, I say a lot, the two celebrities that have been, paid endorsements are, they've just latched onto this, tiny aspect of their lives from when they were, let's say, 9 to 15.
At the very least, this one had PR training at an early age. So
Yes.
maybe we're not going to find a whole rabbit hole of things.
Interesting costume choices. Oh, no, I'm thinking of the Canadian Prime Minister.
Yes,
I
you are thinking the Canadian Prime Minister.
The other guy definitely didn't do that. He was just straight up racist.
Yeah, he just posted some tweets.
But in all of that, they decided to let us know that the ban list would in fact not be late August, but the absolute end of August, the 31st, and seemingly at the very last opportunity, because there was a very small window towards the end where it's like, are we getting it?
Was it up when you woke up this morning?
So it was up. Let's double check when it was posted to some groups. So the earliest that I saw it posted to the group, sorry, there's a bit to have to go through.
This is corrected. For full context, at 10 p.m. last night, I messaged Jake saying, I will not check the ban list. We will record it at this specific time. Find a third for the podcast. And then I locked my phone and have not opened it since.
So the time that the ban list went into the chat was 4:01 a.m.
Oh, okay. So like the normal time.
Yeah, like the normal time, but it's also still leaving a very small window,
Yeah.
I feel, for it still being the 31st. It wasn't the 31st for us, so Konami lied to Australia. Wouldn't be the first time. So yeah, here we are.
Ban list time.
Ban list time. So, we'll begin with bans. Would you like to know how many bans there are?
No, we're going to cards individually. Go
Okay.
cards individually.
Our first one.
We're going to talk about each card as we go?
Yes.
Okay, each card as we go.
The first one, which may catch you a little off guard, Fiendsmith Lacrima.
That was quick.
Yeah, real quick.
Did they just ban Fiendsmith Lacrima so that Beatrice could stay legal?
I can neither confirm or deny this.
Okay. That's my logic on that, is that you can leave Beatrice if you ban Lacrima. Also, maybe the reason why they printed Lacrima as a common.
I mean, Lacrima and Sequence were the commons. But I had a feeling there would be addresses to the Fiendsmith and, like, component of decks. I just didn't think it would be an actual Fiendsmith card. I thought it would be Closed Moon, or whatever the hell it's called, or the Luri, because that still leaves the Fiendsmith stuff intact, which entices people to buy the set, but it gets rid of the other stuff.
It's a very strange move.
Very strange. I was a bit perplexed by it.
Like, you can still make the rank 6 package.
It's just a lot harder.
You just don't get the free value.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an interesting route.
It's a very interesting route.
Moving on to the next one. Apollosa.
I kind of expected that.
Had to go.
Yeah, when we saw Savage and everything get banned, like, Appaloosa was probably going to be next.
Yeah, free negates are gone.
I
No
wouldn't
more.
be surprised if IP is also here. Just knock them both off, but we'll find that out when we get there. I'd assume that means there was no main deck monsters banned. Anyway, I expected hit.
Yeah.
Free negates on every inboard, bad. I did listen to someone's video yesterday that was complaining about how, like, Savage, Baron should all be legal, and that you need to learn how to play if you can't out an inboard.
Okay.
I get the point. I thought the point was pretty fair. I was like, building proper side decks helps you out these cards.
To a point. I think there is, like, especially now with the sheer number of generic negates that there can possibly be, I think it's a little reductive to say open the out.
Yeah. But there's a lot of outs that exist now.
There are, but, like, we just can't keep going in this arms race of, like, we need to make better negates because there's better outs, because there's better negates because there's better outs. Like, it does get to a point where the game just becomes paralytic in how unplayable it is, because it's a case of, like, a die roll in effect.
Yeah.
Like, did you open the out? No, I win. Did you open the out and I can't out your out? Then I win. The generic negates need to go. If they're in engine, it's fine, because then it's less accessible.
Yeah, I get you.
Plus,
Like,
a lot more decks, especially with, like, you had the I've forgotten the name of it now, the Melodious engine and the Fiendsmith engine
Could all get to this
that allowed
before
you to
you actually
get to
start
it before you do whatever it is your deck's meant to do.
Yeah. Makes sense. Next ban.
Next one. Hot Red Dragon King Calamity.
Get fucked, Kurt. Fuck you.
Look, again, this should have happened a while back.
Yeah, this should happen 2 banlists ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate this hit. Now I don't have to put up with this anymore.
Yep. Now it's just other stuff,
Yeah.
which is fine. I can deal with other stuff.
I can deal with a Cosmic Blazer. Like, no problem. It's one interruption. Off you go. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. And then we have Beatrice.
Why do both? Like, what? In what world is... I don't understand doing both Lacrima and Beatrice.
It does feel a little bit like heavy-handed for Fiendsmith in particular. Like, I get that Beatrice is very generic and people were often running the Fiendsmith to get to Beatrice to do other shit.
Like... Yeah, like, this... The Lacrima has to be a hit so that they can stop other decks from just randomly being like, this is now this plus Fiendsmith.
Mm-hmm.
But, like... Yeah, you probably should have not hit both. What am I going to do with Burning Abyss? Also, Jake said finally, so that means that Shift is not banned.
I didn't say finally.
Oh, I thought he said finally. Are you going to tell me Shift is banned now?
No!
I look forward to playing Shifter. At 1? Off to the limiteds. I swear if they put Shift at a 1, that's just put it banned. Fucking continue. Also,
there's a lot of these.
Skill Drain. Yeah.
First on the limited list is Eva.
The Fairy?
Yeah.
Coming back.
Coming back to 1.
Okay, I thought they had already done that.
No.
Okay. I don't want to have to read Drytron.
You still don't have to. Just wait until the end. And then realise they also have a turn skip card.
Yeah, but the Eva gets them hand traps. That's why Eva got banned, because Eva searches them.
But they play, like in the current Drytron, or at least what they feel will be the current Drytron builds, they're not doing like the full Herald of Perfection nonsense of just like, yep, I have 6 interrupts for your 6 negates.
Yeah, the Eva just searches them Herald of Orange Light.
Yeah, I get that. But in the current builds, you're locked more so to the machiney aspect of Drytron, so you don't run as many fairies, so you don't have as many negates.
Yeah, sure.
Is the theory I think they're going with bringing this back.
Sure.
And if it's a problem, get rid of it.
Yeah, I definitely thought they had just unbanned this one and unbanned Benton.
No. Plus, like, there being Fiendsmith in the format means inherently there's also Bestials and Drytron Struggles.
Yeah, true. But, yeah, it's... yeah. Sure.
Next on Limiteds, Snake Eyes Ash.
Yeah, expected.
Yep, still
Question
has...
is, will there be multiple?
Still has technically 4 copies with Bonfire.
Bonfire is not limited.
Bonfire
Spoilers.
has not been touched.
Spoilers, the card that's in the Megatins is not hit.
I mean, Ash is in the Megatins too. Just card that's not in the Megatins, which is next, Snake Eyes Poplar.
Oh, they also limited that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Opening Poplar real bad now.
You can normal summon it, because you don't have a second Ash.
Yeah, no, but then you're in a more precarious position if that gets like hard interrupted.
If you open Ash Poplar Bonfire, you have 1 card in your hand. Mm-hmm. That's fine. That's why Bonfire's at 3. If you limit Poplar, Bonfire can do whatever the fuck it wants.
Yeah, pretty much. Next is number 40, Gimmick Puppet of Strings.
That's fine. Expected. Yeah.
What might not be expected is the next one. Number C40, Gimmick Puppet of Dark Strings.
Okay, so they like fully made like you can't FTK.
Apparently you still can. Someone's already released a video. Like, it is obviously a lot harder.
I was going to say, surely it's not a 1-card combo anymore.
You would think not. I don't know enough about the deck to confirm or deny this.
Yeah. If it's still a 1-card combo, good on them. I'm sure I can hand trap them. Because I'd imagine that 1 card is not the field spell.
True. Next, Brand of Fusion.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Because they didn't ban the puppet and they didn't ban the Sanctified Dragon. They were like, Branded Fusion? Yeah.
Yeah, and like Branded on Master Duel has shown that you can function with just 1.
Yeah.
There are many ways to get it
It's
back.
almost like you can summon a Luba. It's almost like you can send it to grave and add it back with a trap. It's almost like you can just put in the Predator Plant package and go Predator Plant, summon other Predator Plant, add. I now have 2 bodies on board that I can also use for a Predator Plant fusion.
There are many ways to get to Brand of Fusion.
Oh no. Yeah.
Next is Opening of the Spirit Gates.
Yeah. You both need to have a hit
Consistency.
in some way.
Yeah. And like it still does have other packages, but the spirity, whatever the gods are called, the fake gods, the beast thingies, their level 1-0 package was like the best fit for it because like all the U-Bell stuff is 0-0.
Yeah.
Next is Pot of Prosperity.
Yeah, I kind of expected that as well.
It's a little late though.
Yeah.
Like with the
Like-
Fiendsmith package, a lot of decks can't actually afford to run Pros because they need all of their extra deck.
I think props to 1 is smart if you're banning Appaloosa. Because, like, realistically, Prosp you use to dig for the breakers to out those cards. Mm-hmm. And I think if you have Prosp at 3 and you're suddenly not having to deal with those cards, it is now so much more powerful. Where you can just be like, what do I need to win? Instead of what do I need to be able to play?
Yeah.
So limiting it, completely fair. Completely understand. Dragon Maid's taken another hit. You know?
they
The deck that
by your
barely
own-
functions.
I was going to say, I think it's taken a hit on the fact that it is a very old archetype.
Yeah.
Look, I get this. I thrive on old archetypes. My poor Mech Knights haven't seen outside the binder in so long.
It's okay. They meta now.
Are they?
They meta enough.
Next is Sangan Summoning.
Yeah. Fair.
Yep.
You're hitting everything else. You got to do a hit to Tempai. Here's a hit to Tempai. Makes sense. Completely fair.
And Prosp is kind of also a hit to them because it was one of the few meta decks that was still running Prosp.
True.
To again dig for the outs to then just punch, and they can still do 16,000 damage.
Now just like, oh no, we just play more breakers. Anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. Next, a card coming back. That grass looks greener.
Oh, okay.
We be millin'.
I never expected that to be a thing.
Either did I.
With when's this Banlist legal? Effective.
This is coming into effect as of tomorrow,
The first or the second?
the 2nd.
Imagine if it was legal the first, so it's an effective immediately list for us.
Yeah, no, they thankfully have given Australia a little bit of time.
Yeah. I would have taken that effective immediately. I would have played it today. Done. Change my list. I'm still
As
gonna
a
change the
quick
list.
update, Josh has just posted in the group chat, Salad is so back, baby.
I'd assume that
As if
everything
it
that was...
ever fucking left. Nothing changed with your deck.
He's gone past Circular. Surely they didn't put Circular back to 3. I'm just assuming that all the Salad cards that were still in the ban list are at 3 now. I didn't know there was still any there. I thought they got them all back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing changed with his deck. It was just
Ah.
that other decks became slightly worse.
Sure.
And then,
Remember when people wanted Zelantis banned?
I mean, it would have been fine before Fiendsmith to ban Zelantis. Now it'd just be completely redundant. You'd just be hitting Pendulum for no reason.
Yeah, true.
And then, Skill Drain.
Good.
Yes.
But you didn't say Shifter, so here we are.
Yeah.
We still have 3 Shifter in the format. It's like they unbanned Grass to be like, it's okay, guys. You'll get hit by Shifter. Oh, I can't wait to left arm offering my hand away and then get shifted on the activation of Grass.
Moving on to semi-limits.
Yep.
Our first, Blaster.
Oh, is it just all 4?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, we'll
Sweet.
just skip it. Yeah.
We should just put them all the 3.
I mean, yeah, it is completely redundant moving them to 2.
Completely redundant.
So yeah, moving past those 4. Lunar Life Targa.
That was at 1, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Probably put it to 3. Like, it's another card that at 2, it's kind of there.
As long, yeah, now that Apo is gone, like those types of engines where you just kind of get resources for free can just come back.
Yeah.
It's probably fine.
Yeah, put Ash back to 3. What are you going to do, make an Appaloosa?
Thunder Dragon Colossus.
Yeah, it's fine. It's at 1 and no one's playing it. It's at 2, what are you going to do? And on go back to doing Colossus Titan? Fun fact, you needed 3 Colossus for that.
And Ib World Chalice Justice here. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Again, like, that should just be at 3.
Yeah.
No one would ever play 2.
No. Doesn't make any sense to have
Unless
it.
you're playing pure World Chalice. Even then, you're making the second on the next turn.
Yeah. And if you're playing World Chalice, you're probably playing that weird Exodia card that puts shit back in the deck for free. So it's like,
Oh, yeah. Probably.
one is still probably fine.
Yeah.
And then we move on to free.
How long's this list?
This has 7 cards.
I appreciate that he had to count. Cool.
There's a few.
Yeah.
So, coming back to 3, Armageddon Knight.
Yeah, that's fine. With grass, it's going to be fun, but it's fine.
I mean, yeah, Bestial still being the format will ideally keep that shit in check. Unless it's... that we'll find out. I don't know. This is like pure Logan bait, I feel.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't put Dark Refer on here. He's still at 1, isn't he?
I don't know.
I feel like he is.
No idea.
Let's say he is, for argument's sake.
He's at 4.
Red Rose Dragon.
Yes. I feel like that doesn't do that much with Pisty Band, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not as powerful. Like,
Yeah.
it can do some stuff.
LP. The one that summons from deck.
Yeah. Pisty.
Pisty's Grave, I think.
I can't remember which one's which. I never played.
Because you always would go like that engine into all the arrows that point everywhere and off you go.
Yeah.
I'm fine with this.
Next is probably not that surprising. Magispector Unicorn.
Yep. That's fine.
Does the same at 1 as it does the 3.
Yep.
Perform Mage Plush Fire.
With the errata, because the errata went up early. Yep.
Yes, it did. Ancient Fairy Dragon, again.
Yep.
1 and 3, does nothing. Denglong.
Yeah, fine. Fair.
It's still not doing anything
Ibs.
in Dinos, which I was petrified about.
That's fine. Ib's also legal, so like, yeah. But the thing with playing Denglong is you're just adding more bricks to your dinosaur deck, which already has so many bricks.
And then Time Seal.
Oh.
Yeah. It doesn't... Like, the only decks, theoretically, that can do anything with it are ones that are playing rollback, and even then, you're just effectively negging your opponent 1 card.
Yeah. Sure. Unless you can loop them another way.
Yeah, but even then, they're still just skipping their next draw phase, so I feel like it stacks on that one draw phase.
Yes. But if you can use, like, Levianir to rip cards out of their hand with the unbanned Rose Dragon, there's probably ways to at least rip 2 or 3 cards out of your hand and then have this card set up.
It's fine, because you've already been shifted.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You've been shifted. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
So, yeah, that is probably the glaring omission I see from this. Is
Why
that...
would they not? They did everything else except maybe hit the actual puppet lock and instead just limited brand infusion. But, yeah, it seems strange to do everything except Shifter.
Yeah, and it's not as if Shifter hasn't been highlighted as like a overperforming card. Like, Ritual Beast is performing incredibly well.
I need to sell my Ritual Beast Core. Anyone want a Ritual Beast Core? I've got one. It's been sitting on my desk for the past month as I've been I need to sell this.
If you bought Battles of Legend, you've got, I'd say, 80% of a Ritual Beast Core.
But I have the expensive cards that aren't in Battles of Legend.
So if you want to spend some money for the next 3 months, well, maybe.
I'm assuming the list didn't say like a...
It does not have a date. So that's the other thing that's perplexed me, is that it's only up on socials. It's not on any of the websites. It's only in social media, which has been like the whole campaign, seemingly. They only want to announce things on socials. That was the other thing that really annoyed me about that Banlist thing. No, sorry. I take that back.
You had to watch their fucking YouTube video to see the thing.
Yeah,
it's just not on the website. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't understand it. It goes back to that comment that I made in chat the other day of like, Konami's not paying people outside of work time to do stuff. And I feel like that couldn't be automated for whatever reasons. Like, we'll just update it Monday.
I also hate the fact that, like, I miss the old-fashioned scroll through the ban list.
Yeah. Now it's just like, you're hit with everything.
Yeah, I hate that so much.
Yeah. It makes reactions very hard. Like, you'd effectively have to get someone to pre-make it for you so you can scroll.
Pretty much. Like, you have to do this, where you have someone read them off one by one to you.
But even then, it's not the same, because, like, you're going through and you're like, oh, that's still there, that's still there. Wait, that's not there. It's not the same, Konami. Bring it back. So yeah, no date as to when the next one's coming in until they update the website.
So I'll say a few months from now.
Yeah.
Christmas ban list.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, it's going to be end of December, guys. And then everyone's going to be like, Christmas, it's got to be Christmas. 8 p.m. on a fucking New Year's. Banlist is going to upload when I'm in Japan.
True. Things that will come out of this, obviously Ritual Beasts will be incredibly powerful. It doesn't have to play through as much. And I think it only really lost an Appaloosa, which they weren't always making.
But the Appaloosa was the problem. That board is significantly harder out if they have an Appaloosa plus their shit.
Yeah. Although I had no idea what Ulti-Guy Paleo did until the other day when Harry was basically forced to summon it against me. It's an Omni-Negate. Who knew?
Yeah. Don't know why it doesn't show up on the board more often.
Like, they do have to banish Ritual Beasts from their hand specifically, but it negates anything.
That's why. That's why. Because you're like hard losing resources.
Yes. What else? I mean, Snake Eyes is still fine. It's just a little bit more fragile. And theoretically, they don't play the Fiendsmith package anymore. Maybe?
So many motorcyclists.
Yeah, sorry for hearing all that.
They're out there doing the deal with the duels and the racing.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out.
I'm sure I will get shifted over the course of the next 3 months, and it's going to be great.
We're all going to get shifted over the
What if
next
I
3 months.
play shifter decks? What if I just keep
You are playing a shifter deck. You are actively playing a deck with shifter in it.
I just said I was playing Lightsworn.
I mean, today you're playing Lightsworn, but you were playing Mimighoul.
I can't wait to not draw my one-off Call by the Grave in 60 cards. Or my... Surely I just play 3 cross out as well with the one shifter in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to draw that shifter so many fucking times.
Or the Gamma. You can play Gamma.
Gamma? One Gamma?
Yeah.
Draw the one Gamma or the one driver. At least if I mill the driver, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. So, just quickly on some other news, we had a bit of an update for the upcoming World Championships for Master Duel, so a couple of things going on there. So they've got a tryout duel going at the moment, the win 3, get a pack thing. This one is for Fusion Gate. Both players start with a Fusion Gate.
Ah, okay. I thought you were saying you get like a Fusion Gate mate. I was like, oh.
It's just...
Yeah.
Both players start with a Fusion Gate in play.
I was actually kind of thought it was cool. Maybe like you hit the Fusion Gate and a different fusion pops its little head out.
That'd be cool for Dragon Mirror, actually.
Little dragons.
Yep. Wow. So yeah, that one's running until the 3rd. And then we've got some accessory bundles. These you get a bunch of like stuff, the like icon, the background, and all that, plus 10 packs, costing 1,000 gems. So you're effectively buying the packs and getting the assets for free. So the 2 monsters that are incorporated with this are the alternate art of Stardust Dragon, which is ugly, and Junk Warrior.
What I don't get about these alternate arts they did for the 5D stuff is they're just like, guys, what if we zoomed out, showing less detail of the card that you like?
Like, the Stardust looks like an alien in the alternate art. It doesn't look anything like a dragon, except for, like, the wings.
It just looks like fucking Flame Wingman, except you put a fucking hat on his head that's a dragon.
The one 5 days alt art I did like was the Black Rose Dragon. And I understand that not everyone's going to like the Black Rose Dragon, but I quite like the Black Rose Dragon because it's got like the synchro rings and stuff going on. It's flying. I like that one.
Thank you for explaining it to me. I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. And then what else is there going on? Oh, and then they've got like the vote for your team kind of thing where like you effectively place a bet on whichever team you think is going to win the Master Duel World Championship, and you get stuff based on who you vote on if they do well.
I think I didn't win that last year because I bet on Smith's team. Man, they lost the final.
Yeah, I kind of just put it for Europe plus others was the group.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah.
Go Europe plus others!
Yeah. I think we're included in others, but just not included in others. Bastards.
Good luck to Fox. I don't think we'll have another podcast before Worlds. Good luck.
Oh, yeah, true. So that's this weekend.
This next weekend.
So 7 days from now.
7 days from now.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. From at the time of recording and uploading. I think when the podcast next week goes live, it'll be over. So,
I see. Okay. Yeah. And seemingly they'll be doing the thing where they're like live streaming the Master Duel matches through Master Duel as well, so you can watch along,
Sure.
which is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking forward to the stream of that. We'll see what ends up winning Worlds, which I think I've already said I feel like will be Ubel.
Yeah, it's going to be Ubel. Ubel or Tenpai.
Well, Tenpai is quite...
Loses to Ubel, so Ubel.
Well, no, like, Ubel seemingly doesn't have any hits to it for the OCG, like the Worlds list, whereas Tenpai is only running one Sangen.
And one Prosp.
And one Prosp.
It's just the Tenpai that we now have for our
Yes.
format. Yeah.
Yes.
With spoilers in the OCG, still does quite well.
Yeah. I mean, they also have Maxi. So
They
it's
also
like,
do have Maxi.
you can go first. Draw!
Perulia.
Yeah, Perulia, the new Flappy Hand Trappy.
Perulia. Or Perulia, Petulia,
Maxi.
Maxi. Molchami, Petulia.
I'm going to draw 17. So we move on to some questions. If you weren't aware, we do have a Discord. Link will be in the description below. Feel free to jump in, say hi, and ask us questions.
We also have that question from Drew D. Don't forget the question from Drew D.
Where was that again?
It's in the messaging group.
Okay, well, I might just do that one now.
Hi, Drew D. Welcome back.
Yes, I'm so glad you found us
We
again.
never went away.
We thought you were dead.
Did we mention Drew D like a few weeks ago?
Yes.
And
yes,
then
we did.
he pops up out of the great beyond.
So,
Welcome back.
So from our YouTube channel, hey guys, it's Drew. I thought you guys quit podcast like 2 years ago as my feed just dropped. Little did I know, you must have just gotten a new link or something, and my podcast player never updated until I searched Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast recently. Anyway, one of Yu-Gi-Oh's biggest swing factors is whether you go first or second. What do you guys think of the player who's going second gets a second normal summon or set on their first turn of the game? Is that too much? How far would that go towards making going second a more fair or even something players may choose to do?
I think now, after this ban list, there is no need for a change. Going second is, you already get the extra card, you're no longer having to play through effectively turn skips. Unless you get puppet locked. You still don't open a hand trip against Branded, you're still getting puppet locked. But yeah, I think the extra card is a lot, and it goes a long way. Especially if you're hard going into breakers. I think in game one is where the biggest difference is. So
Yeah.
in game one specifically, it is a very big detriment to go second. It's why your side deck building becomes so important. But yeah, ultimately, I don't think it's required. Who knows, things could change and we could get some more oppressive cards or some more oppressive decks that make going first so much more busted. But unless it's in game one specifically for a rule change, I don't really see a need for it.
Yeah, it sort of goes back to that thing we were talking about earlier with like the arms race. The power of going first has been brought down a bit currently, so we don't really need to make any significant changes for going second.
Yeah.
It should be fine as is.
There is also a going second deck in the format.
Yes, it's like one of the first times in a long time where there is a deck bespoke built for going second that can perform.
No longer winning a blind die roll and going, I'm going first, is the safest option you can possibly do.
Yes. So then we move back to our Discord. The first question from our Discord is from 656.
Hi, 656.
What is? Oh wait, no, we did that one last week.
We did that one last week, sorry.
It's still from 656.
Still from 656. Hi, 656. Don't make me say it too many times, I'll get tongue-tied.
Do you think Konami missed the point of giving us the announcement of the ban list announcement? Yes.
Yes.
Not. Yeah. It was ineffective. It was.
I know why they didn't update the website. Because, like, what happens in Japan is when they give the date for the announcement of the ban list, it crashes the website because everyone goes to the website and starts uploading it and refreshing it as much as they can to try and find the ban list.
I guess, but like.
That's why they didn't do it. They said this is Twitter's problem. Off you go.
Yeah, it was bad. It was poorly handled.
Yeah, like if you're going to release it on the 31st of August, Don't say near the end of August. Just say at the end of August. Literally the 31st.
Yeah, like
There's nothing changed between today.
there were no
4
tournaments
days
for you
ago.
to go, yes, let's consider this and that.
Yeah.
Like,
Once that YCS ended, just release the ban list.
yeah.
Like, unless you're crunching data from that. Maybe they crunched data from that and went, oh, not a lot of shifter, so yeah, off we go. At which point, fuck you guys for not playing shifter at that YCS. Everyone should have just played shifter for the meme. That's going to be the next hat. 2 years from now, we're still be playing with shifter and Dimensional Shifter, Oceans 2025. It's the only way to get it banned. We got Mystic Mind banned with the hats. Snake Eyes has been hit with the hats. We need hats for shifter. Dimension Shifter YCS 2025.
Yeah, do you know what those hats are? Those colourful hats with a little whirly thing on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I will legitimately play shifter in my deck, and every time I draw it, just spin it and go, shifter!
I'm so motivated to go to Oceans now. Next question is from Tuesday's Noob.
Hi, Tuesday, dude.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Cancel that.
Oh, wait, no, cancelling that.
Yep. The next question is from Caleb.
Hey, Caleb.
Orange juice or apple juice?
Orange juice.
Yeah, I think I'm an orange juice person.
I used to be an apple juice person, but as a man matures, orange
Matures.
juice is the way to go. Yes.
Yeah, apple juice is fine on occasion, but like if I had to pick a go-to, it'd be orange juice.
Orange juice just makes you feel more refreshed.
Well, the salt content of apple juice makes you more dehydrated.
It's also
So
very sweet.
It is quite sweet.
Like, orange juice is sweet, but apple juice is...
Apple blackcurrant, though,
Yeah.
I do rate that.
Yeah.
Has like a bit of a zest.
Juice tier list. S tier, orange juice. B tier, apple juice. Maybe a high B tier for apple and blackcurrant.
Pineapple juice?
Well, pineapple juice is like a C.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd put it further up personally. But anyway, that's a whole nother conversation.
Pineapple juice is an afternoon juice. Pineapple juice for breakfast just doesn't quite hit.
Yeah. Anyway, last question is again from 6R6.
Well,
How
I said I was going
often?
to say again.
How often do semi-limits on the ban list actually impact play?
Recently, like, not at all. Because they seemingly just want to fill the semi-limited list with cards that realistically shouldn't be there.
Yeah, a lot of what the TCG does with semi-limits is just bring back cards that are
Should be
as
at 1 or 3s.
impactful at 1 as they are at 3.
Yeah.
Like just filling up needless characters on a ban list.
I think the only time the semi-limited list has ever mattered is whenever Malicious is on it.
Yes.
Because it's always on it at some point. There'll be another 2 years and it'll be back there again. Maybe now that we've got Grass, maybe we'll see it go back there again. But
Well, the thing is, like, you're not as reliant on rank 6s now. So, like, and you don't have an Appaloosa to, like, endlessly spin material into. So, having 3 Malicious, well, 4 with the little dude, it's like neither here nor there.
I've just had the realization that we're not going to get to enjoy that Grass Looks Arena at locals. Because we have the kind of locals where when people can play it, everyone just plays a 60 card deck. Remember the last
That is
time we
true.
did the Banlist
That is-
tournament?
yeah.
It's like the first card unbanned, and everyone played a 60 card deck, so it never ever resolved.
But was that because we all wanted to play 60 card decks, or was that because it was strategic because
Yeah.
we knew that people wanted to play mill? Where it's like,
if I'm playing Lightsworn now, I'm playing 60 cards, but I don't know if I'll put Grass in.
you can put it in as one of.
You better believe I'm going to put in. I can play Grass Paleo
Yes.
with I can play Fiend Comedian again. Mm-hmm. My opponent mills 20. Oh, sorry, I activate Fiend Comedian. I mill 20. Sorry,
Or I put all your graveyard back.
Yeah. Get rid of
no,
it.
it gets banished, doesn't it? Yeah.
Bye bye.
Strong. And then with transaction rollback getting reprinted as well, that makes it even better.
I missed. Anyway,
Try
activate again.
Yeah, the TCG mismanages as the semi-limit
Rollbacks
list.
in the tins, yeah?
Yes,
Sweet.
it's been confirmed.
I'll need that.
Yeah, and I can tell that because of recent prices for the original transaction
From-
rollback real low.
Maybe I buy it now. Sell me your transaction rollbacks on the cheap. Even though I don't have any money until I get paid next.
But when that happens, sell him stuff.
Me low money. You buy my Ritual Beast core. That. Buy it. Buy it now.
Or trade him your transactions. Actually, no, you'd be losing on that. We'd also get rid of a Ritual Beast core.
I don't know how to value the Ritual Beast core. Hence the reason why I just haven't put it up for sale.
I mean, it's probably worth more now because it is seemingly the only deck that didn't get hit.
I'll put it up on auction tomorrow.
We'll find out.
Auction the Ritual Beast core. Leave in the comment section down below.
I'll post the link.
Put your guess into what it's going to sell for.
Oh, I thought you were going to link your auction in the YouTube
the first
description.
24 hours of watching this podcast, you'll be able to guess of what it's going to sell for.
Ah, shit. But that does conclude us for this week. Thank you all very much for listening and watching. We'll catch you after the World stream. But yeah, if you are watching along...
We won't know the results for Worlds. The state of Worlds wouldn't have happened yet. Next week.
Close enough. But thank you all very much for listening and watching. If you are watching along, feel free to like and subscribe. If you're listening, feel free to favourite, jump into our Discord, ask us some questions, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.
Bye.